This episode has been brought to you from the DGMS Studios, home of Don't Get Me Started, Lethal and Mully Live, and Surftown. Found at Spotify, Amazon, Apple Music, and wherever you listen to your podcast. Welcome to Lethal and Mully Live, the podcast where we look into the wild, the wicked, and the wonderful. I'm Lethal.
And I'm Mully. Together we're your guides through the chaotic universe of pop culture, current affairs, interviews, and everything in between.
Each week, we'll bring you the hottest topics, the craziest stories, and the interesting guests. We have debates, laughter, and maybe a few surprises along the way.
Wherever you are tuning in, from your car, your couch, or wherever you find your podcast fix, we are here to entertain, inform, and keep you company.
So grab your favourite snack, settle in, and get ready for a wild ride. It's time to get lethal. And remember, stay curious and keep it real.
Thanks for tuning in to this special episode. Today is the second part of a three-part mini-series under the title of The Men's Quarter, discussing manhood. In a world where the demands of life can sometimes be overwhelming, it's essential to create a space where men can come together, share experiences, and empower one another. The Men's Quarter focuses on men's health, well-being, manhood, fatherhood, and purpose in our life's journey. Here we believe that by fostering genuine connections and open conversations, we can support each other in navigating life's challenges, from mental health to physical fitness, from fatherhood to finding your true purpose. So join us on this exhilarating journey to become the best version of ourselves as men. Together we can lift each other and thrive. So it's good to be in the studio once again with you, Lee and Michael, on this, the second episode of our three-part mini-series discussing manhood. How are you both today?
I'm good, thanks, Keith. Lee?
I'm very well, thank you, Michael. Good to see you, Keith.
Thanks, mate. Good to see you. I must say you're looking quite sparkly and on top of things.
Sparkly.
Sparkly, that's what you need the video for, you podcasters.
It's coming.
We're going to get there. Actually, speaking personally, I thought our first episode, which we put out about questions that you should ask yourself, was really quite relevant. So I'm looking forward to this episode today.
No worries, mate. Well, mine's 7 I've got today, not 9, and I don't think we get through them. I'll just quickly touch on them and we can discuss them as we go along. The title is 7 Growth Mindset Shifts That Build an Unstoppable Man. Maybe unstoppable is not the right term, but I like them. Number 1, positivity. Number 2, self-image. 3, mindfulness. 4, flexibility. 5, gratitude. 6, being of service. And 7, lifelong meaning. So let's get into the first one, positivity. By it says power under pressure, which I think means the ability to perform well, make sound decisions, and maintain effectiveness even when facing stressful challenges. How does that sound?
Well, it sounds a lot. Can you just slow it down a little bit here, Lee, and back it up a bit? Give me the title here again.
The first title, Growth Mindset Shifts.
That's what I wanted you to say. So let me just think about, I have to change my thinking.
Absolutely. And it's growth mindset.
Growth mindset.
7 of them. And I've been looking through them and I like every one.
I don't know if I've ever had a growth mindset.
Well, you will now.
I reckon Michael has, because Michael's a positive guy who charges ahead.
We'll see.
I'm 10 foot tall and bulletproof.
I believe this.
Now,
Metaphorically.
That is my mindset.
That's in the next one. That's called self-image.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
This is positivity.
Well, I thought that was pretty positive too.
Absolutely.
True.
Yeah.
True.
But I agree with what you were saying about positivity and trying to be the best through a stressful situation or something like that.
Maintain effectiveness even when facing stressful challenges.
Yeah.
But that's not easy, is it? Because we are what we really are when we're under pressure. That's when you really see what a person is or like. But pressure can blow you out. And so it's really easy to say that that's what we have to do. But I don't know about you, but when my pressure points are pushed, I blow up.
Well, this breaks it down into the 7 habits maybe, but situations that come along with that, like you were saying. It does, pressure does get you. But it's all put up here later on, you'll find that it all connects together for that mindset. So the other area they've got here is optimism. Now, optimism is defined as a mental attitude characterized by hope and confidence in success and a positive future. Michael's got a lot of optimism.
Yeah, he has. I really like that about him. I wish I had half of his.
Which is still part of the positivity side of it. Would you agree with that, Mike?
Yeah, I think it's all linked. Yeah, I agree.
Michael, I made the point, when we, like Lee said there, we're supposed to be positive when we're in adverse situations or pressures on us. How do you go with that?
Oh, it's easy to be negative if you think you're under pressure, but I think if you're positive and if you have a stance and you stick by that stance because you're pretty sure that that's the right thing, stay with it. If you bend, I think you're weak. If I bent when I thought I've got a strong position, I would think I was weak if I all of a sudden gave in because of peer pressure or something that I didn't gotten comfortable with.
Do you blow up?
No, I probably won't argue, but I will always stand my ground. I won't argue with someone for the sake of arguing, but I won't back down from my position either if I think I'm right. But it never turns to a blow up.
So that's the third part, which is mindfulness, tactical awareness. See how it all blends in together. I think it's very clever. Now, getting back onto what we were saying before, weakness you were saying. Now, I was thinking, and it's got down here, complaining. Keith, let me ask you this. Is a complaining attitude an emotional weakness?
Oh, I would have to say yes and no to that question.
Right. So the ability to effectively manage and regulate your emotions by being overwhelmed, struggling to handle stress, i.e. low self-esteem, self-doubt, focus on negative thoughts and feelings, which can impact relationships, communications, trust, and ultimately intimacy, all from an emotional weakness. How does that grab you? Do you want me to go through it again?
No, I got it. That's part of the why I said yes, because I can see that. But I don't think it is. I don't think it is emotional weakness. I don't think it is a weakness to complain. I don't think it
not a weakness to complain.
No,
right,
or even wrong. Sometimes it is. So that's why I find that hard to say yes or no to that question, because sometimes you need to complain. I think because you're making your stand or your point of view clear. And you're pointing out to the other person that it's not acceptable.
But is that a positive thing?
If you're doing it in that context, yes. If you believe you're right.
So positive minds create solutions, not excuses?
Or yeah.
Michael?
Yeah. You've all got people in your life that prefer complaining but don't always have a solution or an answer. Some people just like to, I don't like that, but they never have the answer they want. Some people are like that and they're comfortable like that.
If it's their nature to complain as a default, then there's something wrong, definitely. If I was out surfing, for example, and I had a wipeout and my fin sliced my leg, I'd be bloody complaining for a little while.
No, you'd be moaning. That's not the same.
Oh, okay.
You'd be sulking.
Say if somebody emptied out my bank balance without me, I was successfully hacked. I'd be bloody complaining about that one.
Yeah, but you'll be doing something about it.
Yeah.
It's like it says, positive minds create solutions. So you'll be positive that you have to fix this, you have to get through this, instead of complaining about it.
Yeah, okay, continuing on, yes.
That's the thing. So that's what I'm saying. Is it an emotional weakness? And with the positive mind, create solutions, not excuses, because we can all do that. Oh, it wasn't my fault. It's a bloody dog. Put me in a bad mood this morning.
Wouldn't the depth of hurt or disappointment or whatever's pissed you off dictate how long it will be before you get to a positive mindset? Say you get a really big one. I don't know about you, but I sometimes have to have 24 hours.
I'd do 72.
Do you?
Give me 3 days.
Do you?
Is that 3 days of sulking?
Yeah. Or complaining.
Yeah.
Yeah, and sulking.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we get it back to one, positivity. Optimism. Complaining is an emotional weakness. Positive minds create solutions, not excuses. How do you feel on that? Positivity.
I agree with it, because I think if you're moaning about something, you need to have a solution to it as well to offer. Right? It's no good just moaning for the sake of, I don't like what you're doing, I don't like, or you'll never do anything. If you're the person that moans a lot, you've got to come up with a solution of what you want.
So it ties it all together. Now you've broken it down. Positivity is a good thing.
Yes.
Oh, definitely, yes.
Definitely.
But so the ultimate thing that you're saying is that you have to get there.
Yes. You have to make that an action to be positive.
Yeah, instead of just complaining and moaning for the next six weeks.
Yeah, and the optimism.
Yeah, but I've got friends that I know that every time we see them as a couple, they love the bickering. Every time we come away from them, they've just bickered A, B, A, B. But they're not horrible people and they don't hate each other. They just love being in that, oh, he did this, she said that, I offered her this, she didn't want, it's their natural position.
Do they do that in front of you and your wife?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's like we come away giggling, thinking, oh, it's exactly the same as always. They love each other and they've been together for squillion years, but they love being that their banter is a wee bit of,
Yeah, we all know people like that.
Yeah.
For sure. But would you say that they're positive people?
No.
Okay.
No.
You wouldn't say he was positive, he was negative?
No, they both take the negative in it a lot of times.
Okay. It's interesting. Let's go on to the next subject, that you touched on before, Michael, self-image. By the side of that word, it says your identity weapon. Now, that intrigued me. So I'm thinking it could be a tool to control the narrative, silence opposition, or gain control by appealing to other affiliations, friends, family, colleagues, and so on. The narrative tells a story, either real or imagined. That's the identity weapon through self-image. What do you think?
Well, when I said 10 foot tall and bulletproof, it's a throwaway line, isn't it? But I think if you're positive and you're confident in what you're saying or portraying, you do feel like you're 10 foot tall and bulletproof and can't take a backward step. Not aggressively pushing your thoughts on everyone, but you're confident in what you're thinking, doing, portraying.
You heard the line, fake it till you make it. It says here, you act like the man you believe you are. How does that sit with you?
This is a strange one, isn't it? This phrase, an identity weapon, I really get that. Some people want to project an image of themselves to communicate to the broader community, the public out there, that they're a certain type of person. They might have plastic surgery. They might wear clothes that are not really... I mean, I saw this in Hong Kong. Hong Kong is when I was living there, Hong Kong's very status conscious, and a lot of people will move very quickly to judge you on how you dress. And the better you dress over there, the more respect you get, because they operate, the East Asian culture very much revolves around face. So I saw a lot of guys, or a few guys rather, who would, in stifling humidity, continually wear suits when their station or their job occupation in life didn't call upon them to have a suit. But they would wear it because they knew that would put out an identity to the community that they were dealing with, that they'd get a respect back.
I understand that, for sure.
Yeah.
That's visual. Let's take it from another angle. Build the mental image of who you want to become.
Yeah.
Now, Michael said wants to be 10 feet tall.
Yeah, well, I just want to follow on from that, and also just what I said. Forget your identity weapon. I think a better way is to actually build within yourself to be who you actually are, the 10-foot tall person who has that confidence because they know who they are and what they can do. They don't have to have an identity weapon to use. They just have the very essence of themselves.
You act like the man you believe you are. That's the self-image. And Michael brought it up. And then build the mental image, which Michael put forward, of being 10 feet tall. Now, my mental image of me is nowhere near 10 feet tall.
8.5?
Well, I'd like to be 6 foot.
No, I reckon you can go on 8.5 pushing 9 confidently.
But seeing that and doing that, and I am a part of the last bit, it stops seeing the lack of that vision in yourself, because it's important from the positivity side of it, which comes on to your self-image. Michael looks to me, he's got a lot of self-image. He portrays himself to be a certain man. He doesn't need to create it because he already believes it.
I would disagree with that, Lee. I don't think Michael portrays himself. I think Michael just is.
Well, I think Michael sees the potential.
I see that he believes that he's got the potential or the ability.
Yes.
So that's where I said before, identity weapon versus who you actually are. I don't think Michael, he's such a confident guy, and he's seen his track record through life that he's just confident in just being. He doesn't have to play an identity weapon game.
But he is using it. This is the thing. Vocally.
I'm still here.
He's there.
Well, let's ask him.
Okay, mate. Sorry.
I think what the statement I said, 10 foot tall and bulletproof, is a personal confidence thing. It's not.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not the way I look or dress or thing to impress others, because I'm actually not interested in that. I would rather feel comfortable and confident in my presence and what I'm saying more than what I look like or thing. And we both all know I'm not 10 foot tall, but that's more I'm confident in what I do and say and where I am, more than saying, oh, look at me, I'm 10 foot tall and bulletproof and walking through the door. That's the wrong part of the image. I don't. So when you're saying the image fits what you want to be as well, I actually think it's more comes from your inner confidence and your personality more than anything else. Aren't worried about what the other people look at me and say.
But this is just about you, and you have built your mental image, which I love.
Yeah, but it's for me.
For you.
It's for
you.
me. And that means
Yeah,
I feel confident in what I do or what I say.
Every one of these is individual. You can take what you want for leave the rest.
Yeah.
But it all ties together.
Yeah.
See, Keith's image, like you were saying about in Hong Kong, would you think that's more visual with suits, as you were saying?
Yeah.
Not mental, because these people, if you ask them, they probably may not want to be where they are or do what they want to do. They want to do something else.
Well, they're definitely playing a game. Now, there are some people, a couple of my best friends over there were lawyers, so they had to live in suits. But there are other people who didn't have to wear suits, but they did. And in a very humid environment where it's like 98% humidity, I mean, you just drip sweat while you're having a cold shower in the morning. So you're walking around in a suit when you don't have to. I mean, what are you playing here, mate?
Have you all been in the situation, though, where you've gone out somewhere and you've dressed where you feel comfortable, and whether it's casual or thing, and your partner goes, what, you're going to wear that?
Yes.
Yeah.
You're going to go out looking like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or even when you get there, you're very conscious that you've misread the occasion and you should have dressed another way. So, yeah, there's another side to it here, isn't there?
Yeah.
Well, I might add, not just picking on Michael all the time. I've always seen Michael in his uniform, Tropicana, and of course, getting to know Michael more and Daryl and on Facebook. They've gone to different celebrations and weddings and birthdays, and seeing Michael dressed up, quite unnerving.
But dressing appropriately for the occasion is different from dressing a certain style as a weapon to create a false impression.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about false impression.
Well, isn't that identity weapon?
Yeah, I think so. I think it is.
Well, what did I put down that the identity weapon is? Oh, okay. Could be a tool to control narrative, silence opposition, or gain support. By appealing to other affiliations, friends, family, colleagues, the narrative tells a story. So we could be the man that we want to be, either real or imagined.
Imagined. Well, that's a dangerous game, because if you are putting out an imagined image of yourself, it's only a matter of time before you're found out.
Well, that's when I went back to that line, fake it till you make it. A lot of people fake it till make. They make out that they're very wealthy and they're very well off, but they're not.
Yeah, but they're never going to make it.
But some do.
That's different from...
And so it goes on the mindset, you see.
So faking it to
build the mental image of who you are.
If you have a goal and you know there's a chance you're going to get there, but if you're never going to get there, you can fake it all day long.
Well, this is where positivity comes in. Positive minds. This is the tying up together.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, but but there's toxic positivity. It's
but we're not going down that line.
What do you think, Michael, on this one?
I tend to agree with Keith. We're backing up against you here, Lee. Yeah. I think the fake it to make it thing is short-lived.
But it's not the line, fake it till you make it. It's what they act like the man you believe you are.
Yes.
And so if you act like it, you could be faking it because you're not it. It's like you know you're not 10 foot tall. Now, build the mental image. So not only with that, but the mental image of who you are and where you want to go. Through the positivity side of it, to add to your self-image. Forget the identity weapon. It's just these little marks that will add to you as an individual. Not what will or won't be, because we don't know. That's down the path. This is just about your mindset.
So being comfortable in your own skin.
Well, yeah, just taking these and then seeing where we go with it. Let's get on to mindfulness.
Do we have to? I listen to, often when I'm driving around, I listen to classic FM, classical music, and there's a segment on there, it's called Mindful Classic Music. And the disc jockey or the commentator comes on, welcome. Thanks for listening to Mindful Classic Music. And in the background, there's little chimes and bells swaying in the wind. And I just go, oh my God, can I just have a robust Beethoven symphony. Give me some Tchaikovsky, belting it out, Rachmaninoff, wild piano. I just go click straight over to whichever radio station. Mindfulness. I'm sorry, mate, but I'm just over that word.
So let's bring this into context. So mindfulness, tactical awareness.
Wait a minute. Like, you're hitting us with a whole lot of stuff here. What is tactical awareness?
I'm just about to explain.
Oh, sorry.
Like I've done with everything thus far.
I've got stirred up over here. Sorry, mate. I'll settle down.
Gee, where's it? Tactical awareness.
You said mindfulness and you set me off.
Okay, we ready?
Phew, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes.
You ready, Michael? Okay. Tactical awareness is the ability to understand the dynamics of a game, anticipate opponents' actions, and make informed decisions to exploit opportunities. Do you want me to go through it again?
Yes.
So it's the ability to understand the dynamics of a game, whatever situation you're in, of reading the room, say. Anticipate opponents' actions, what's coming at you, where it's coming from, why are they saying this, and make informed decisions to exploit opportunities. So to make room for yourself to either go with it or get out of it. So that's tactical awareness. Now, the mindfulness, first and foremost, which I struggle with, is stay present in that situation, which is, unfortunately, I do suffer from not really staying there in that moment. How does that sound?
Interesting. So if you're having trouble staying there in the moment, where do you go?
Well, because I am not doing tactical awareness.
Yeah, I know, but what are you doing in your mind then?
Well, I'm being run over by the person there.
And that pisses you off?
No, I'm just either not aware of it or I get annoyed or I get, which is further on down the line, get reactive. So if I'm out from it, if I disengage from it and then I pick it up halfway through and I've misread the whole thing, I get really reactive to it.
Yeah, I get that. I'm just asking, when you do, where do you go in your mind? You just disengage into neutral, or you wish you'd home watching the cricket?
I'm not really listening. I'm not present enough to fully focus on what's going on because I'm too switched off. So if I had tactical awareness, I'd be waiting for the dynamics to happen, assessing it, checking out what's going to happen, then making my move. Mm-hmm. This is where people get pushed down and trodden over or gaslit. This is the thing about tactical awareness. If you stay present, you gain control.
So you have to understand the dynamics of the game. Well, what a term.
There we go.
So if you're walking into a situation where there's negotiations, you have to understand the dynamics of what's going on. So in a business meeting, or it could be on a committee, or it could be a social gathering. I've been in some very weird dynamics in social gatherings, and I haven't always been very aware of the dynamics. In fact, I'm very good at putting my foot in it.
So the next
Michael's leaving this one alone.
No, I tuned out. You were saying, where did he go? I tuned out because it's, I'm just going, yeah, whatever. And that's what you meant, when you disengage. I just tuned out thinking, are you the used car salesman or the insurance man talking to me now?
And so non-reactive is what you just did because you were non-reactive.
Yes.
Emotionally, we get back onto this. So judgment-free, which we spoke about last week, and it says expand the understanding of judgment-free. Calm is a masculine superpower. What do you think on calm? So with all the mindfulness, the tactical awareness to stay present, being non-reactive, being judgment-free, and you're calm.
Easier said than done.
That's right.
Calm's cool, but when someone says something, one little phrase that you don't like, you jump in, don't you? It's not easy to stay calm when you're hearing things that some things you don't agree with, but you've zoned out. You can't jump in halfway. You just got to go.
It's the ability to understand the dynamics of a game, anticipate opponents of, like I said, where they're coming at you, why they're coming at you, what's the reason why they're coming at you, and then to make informed decisions, to be aware, to have your tactical awareness on all situations that come at you, good, bad, and ugly.
So to wrap it all up then for you, when I go to the wrong occasion, dressed wrongly, even though I think I'm fine, I've got to sit there and go, okay, thank you, and listen and not challenge.
No, because you already walked into that room because you're 10 feet tall. You have a really positive attitude and you have tactical awareness.
Yeah, but it's only 10 foot tall in my brain. I haven't got a sign on me telling everyone I'm 10
but it
foot
doesn't
tall and
matter.
bulletproof.
That's the whole thing. It's your mindset. Yeah. This is what it's about. The mindset shifts. which I find great because I think we all need them. We all need a bloody good shade.
Yeah, what I'm hearing from you, Michael, when you say you're 10 foot tall, you're not boasting. It's a metaphor for you saying you're quite confident and
Yes.
you're very comfortable with who you are and in these situations.
Yes.
And I think you don't have to boast that. The time that I've known you, that confidence has come across very, very clearly. So that's an essence of who you are. I get that you're a 10 foot tall guy, metaphorically speaking. If you go into a situation where you are not aware of the dynamics and you haven't read the room, but you may not be able to bring a contribution to what's going on, or you have a contribution and you're dressed the wrong way, I don't think you're going to be worried too much about how you might be aware. You might say to yourself, oh, bugger, I should have worn long pants instead of shorts for a business meeting. I think you're confident enough to be able to adjust and put forward who you are and what you want to say.
Yeah, and I think if you get into a situation where you walk in and you're not sure, it's easy just to sit and listen and learn, isn't it? Without
Stay present.
Yeah, no, you don't have to argue just for the sake of, oh, I'm here. Do you want to hear my voice, sort of thing?
Oh, but that's so hard to do. When you're in a situation, you hear people say something that you disagree with and you know it's wrong, and you know it's wrong because you've got a lot of details and even points of view that you believe to be the facts about the situation. It just rises up within me and I just want to just lay it out.
But don't you like the fact that all people have an opinion? I do.
Yeah, but gee, some of them are pretty weak.
Yeah, but the fact that someone has got an opinion on something, our girls, I love it that if someone says something, if they don't agree with it, they will state their position and their opinion.
Don't you ever yell at the television when you're hearing some news announcement or a commentary?
Oh, of course you do.
There you go. So you don't always...
You know they're not listening.
I've been in some situations, I've heard people say some things and my head's exploding. But I read the dynamics, I adjust my mindset, and I try and be calm in the situation, because I know that if I roll out what I think is my opinion, which is more or less the contrary to theirs with a little stroke correction, it's not going to change their opinion or even make the dynamics of the room even better. In fact, the dynamics will be best if I keep my mouth closed.
The dynamics of a game anticipate the opponent's action, and this is a bit I like, and make informed decisions. So you can decide, there's not going anywhere here, it's all done, dusted. Well, it's been really nice talking to you. Oh, is that the time? I must go.
Yeah, where's the champagne?
And so then that way, it's non-reactive, and that way, it's calm. Now, do you believe calm is a superpower?
Oh, absolutely is. If I'm exploding inside and I stay calm, yeah, it is.
You're right.
Okay, so we're on 3 and the time is ticking away. So I have to make this the last one. Flexibility. It's called elite adaptability, which refers to exceptional ability to quickly and effectively adjust behavior and strategies in response to new, unexpected, or changing situations. That is flexibility, elite adaptability. What do you think on that, Michael?
That's reading your room, isn't it? That's, if you're going somewhere where you're expecting one thing and it's a different environment.
You adjust your behaviour.
Yeah, exactly. You've got to be flexible. And I think that comes for most people.
Excuse yourself halfway through the meeting and go home and get your long trousers on.
Yeah, forget about what I'm wearing. Back. Just, but no, yeah, if you go in there and all of a sudden it is a formal occasion where you thought it was going to be a chit-chat about something else, you got to be quick on your feet.
Yeah, absolutely.
To change your tack. You can't go if you think, I came here for an argument, and it's not going to be an argument. It's going to be something that was easily resolved or whatever situation. But I think you're in a confidence and that works in that situation all the time.
So that's why it's elite.
Elite. Ooh.
And if you're in a bad mood too, you've got to pull yourself out of it, haven't you?
Of course.
Got here masculine strength, adapting to chaos. What do you think on that one? Using your masculine strength where you have to adapt to chaos.
Oh, I think that's really hard. I don't know what you guys think about that, but if I'm in chaos or a situation where I don't want to be, it's really hard for me to look to beyond the circumstances to see where I'm going to come out of it or what might be the silver lining there. But I've found through my experience, because I've been in quite a lot of those situations, that it's actually brought me through to a better place. But geez, it's been tough to get there, I tell you.
I think the masculine strength is just putting yourself forward or being a man and the strength of a man. I think that's what they're trying to put forward here. I don't know. Because if there is any chaos around you, you have to adapt yourself and what you're in to adapt to that chaos.
But that chaos could bring pressure again, which makes you blow up.
But you had already got that, you see, because you're calm.
It's
Because calm's a masculine superpower.
Yeah, well, I get it, but I mean, I love what the challenge is here in all of this. And I'm thinking about it for myself personally. I'm thinking, geez, I get it, and it's what we should do to adjust our mindset, that we have that mindset shift so that we become positive. I agree wholeheartedly with everything that you're saying, but personally, it's not always been easy for me to do it.
No, otherwise, if it did, you wouldn't be listening to this because you've already got it worked out.
Yeah.
I'll quickly get on to the last two because we're running out of time. Rigid men break. Adaptive men dominate. Well, what I gather from it is rigid men break. It's like the deer in the headlights approach, where that's come against you, chaos comes to escalate more.
Yeah, but sometimes chaos, there's a bit of a thrill trying to stay calm through chaos to work it out to a solution.
This is how we're working it through. You see?
Yeah.
So this is what they're saying about that. Rigid men break.
Yeah.
Do you guys actually stay calm and try and work it through to get a solution, or do you let your emotions get on top of you where you just...
We're all the same.
Yeah.
And it does happen. And I'm the worst one. This is why I love this so much, because it's going to help me in different situations down the line to be calm, to be there, to stay present, to not react. I think the rigid takeaway, weak men break. The other bit is adaptive men dominate.
Well, that's interesting. Geez, I'm trying to get my head around. I get that rigid men break. I'm trying to get my head around adaptive men dominate.
See, I didn't like the word.
I get the emphasis. What do you think, Michael? Help me on this one.
Well, you got to, if you're in a situation that's not perfect, you've got to adapt, to fit others in as well. Sometimes when you're in a situation and you're dealing with it, you just do it because your natural instincts will do it. And you actually, when it's finished and you're somewhere else by yourself, is when you react to it. It's like watching a car crash, isn't it? Everything's fine, you're doing what you got to do, and all of a sudden when you sit down by yourself, you go into a bit of a, oh, did I do that right? Was it a panic or something? It's through the chaos, isn't it? That's probably where you're adapting.
Adapting. The last bit, we'll wrap it up in this one. Flexibility is not softness. It's intelligence in motion.
Yes, I agree with that.
I do. Flexibility is not softness. It's intelligence in motion. Could be the application of our intelligence to analyze the movement, the flow of that.
Yeah, it's not a weakness. You're flexible because you can see what's happening wherever you are and you can adjust to it.
Yeah, it's just saying flexibility is not softness.
Yes.
It's intelligence in motion, which to analyze the movement or involvement of the situation.
Yep.
Keith, I'll leave it up to you with the last one because we're out of time.
Well, I think this has been a really pretty good discussion, really, about having a mindset shift into a positive framework. I'm quite challenged, actually, because I know that when I'm in various situations or facing very difficult times where I have to respond, I don't always do it the right way. I think I'm getting better. Yeah, so this has been very good. Michael, thanks for coming in and sharing. Lee, thanks for sharing. Thanks, you guys.
Thanks, Keith. Thanks, Michael.
Thanks, Lee.
So that's number 2 in our series of discussing manhood under our new emphasis of being the men's quarter. So I'm looking forward to next time we're in the studio and we do part 3, which I believe you're leading, Michael.
Yes. Close off the next one, gentlemen. It's a nudie show.
Not over under this microphone.
I'm out of here, mate.
Okay.
All right.
We'll change tack and we'll pivot.
Okay. Goodbye. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. So until next time, hooroo.